It's Athena. Okay, we're going to do our elements, weekly elements, readings, past, present, and higher self, future self. Coexisting is one, which is really cool. If you've read about it at all, we all coexist at the same time on different levels of vibration. It's very cool. Okay, so the only thing I'm going to say is that a lot of the dust is settling now with what's happened in the planetary aspects of the sun, or the new moon, in Gemini, now moving into Cancer. It's, things are calming down, but some people are still going through it, which means whatever the universe deems unhealthy for your growth process, for you to become your better, highest self, that no matter what you do or try to do or not to do, the universe has it already figured out, so to speak. Therefore, if someone or there's people, friends, whatever, in your circle that are not beneficial to your growth, those people will ultimately get weeded out because they're not on the same vibration as you are. So when we clear the slate, we're doing it, when we come out of the shadow period, we're actually coming out of a time of clearing the slate, the dust settling, and going through the dark night of the soul, which you've heard many of us talk about. And that has to happen because you have to surrender, you have to forgive and let go and release all of that, be it patterns, people, or what have you, thought processes, that all has to get cleared so that we can, we're here on earth to achieve a higher vibration. Okay, the 3D level is the lowest vibration on the earth plane. And so we want to, our ultimate goal is to advance as, human beings on this earth planet. Okay? All right. I'm sure you've heard, some of you have and some of you haven't heard how it works. But that's why they say when you're sad and down and out, listen to music, go out in nature, get grounded, talk to the people that lift you up and not hold you back and put you down. Whoever makes you feel good, anything that makes you feel good, be it people, places, going to the ocean, everything that just expands your mind, expands your vibrational level to grow and to raise that vibration is what is going to help you. And the minute you do that, it's just like, really, it's just magical how peaceful and content one becomes by doing this. It's like, it's like a bad breakup, and then you finally say, oh shit, I got it. It really was a blessing in disguise, that kind of thing. It's a very subtle feeling of release and contentment that comes. Zeus always comes in these readings. Anyway, so understand that when things are released and cleared out, it really is for our better good, even though at the time it doesn't seem like it is. All right, let me start with, and I heard earth signs. So let me, I'm just feeling for the earth signs that they're just finishing up the clearing part of, of renewal. I think they're at the tail end of it. I think there may be a few scattered, because the reason why I say that is because earth signs are grounded. They look at things so strategically that and intuitively, of course, that they they say, you know, this doesn't make sense. This needs to get cleared out because I don't feel grounded by it. So therefore, you know, it is being cleared out, you know, whatever that is. All right, so let's look at what's going on for the earth, all earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So I hope that makes sense, because the planetary aspects within Gaia is, you know, we're all in that, in Mother Nature, growing and learning within. So I hope you understand that. I want to also thank again, as I do every week, I hope, the time stampers. Okay, thank you. All right, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Let's see what your cards say. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. All right, so wow, we've got, definitely have some interesting cards here. Let me move this back. Okay. All right. Oh my God. We've got the Seven of Swords as your childhood self. Okay. So let me just show you the cards. Nine of Cups in the reverse. And the Palace of Coins is basically worrying about money. Okay. So here's the deal. The story that we have here, and that is imperative to see, is that when we were a child, we were deceived in some way, shape, or form. We were lied to. Earth signs. So what you were believing as a child no longer applies. You know, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about right now. Let's just look at what the cards say, and then we can keep going. But your higher self, so your higher self is talking about what you thought would make you happy, money, what you were told about money, how, you know, things like belief systems. Okay, these are belief systems. Belief systems such as time is money. You know, in order to make money, you have to work your ass off. And I know some of you still believe that's true. However, you don't have to work your ass off to make money if you really love what you're doing. So there's your difference. And what's that called? Change of perspective. So money is definitely on the mind here for the earth signs, and that's a huge issue for you because you guys are all about making money, strategically putting plans in place and getting things going. And so what has happened here is that you've been deceived and lied to, not purposefully, no, because this isn't about, you know, your parents telling you, oh, you have to make X amount of dollars and you have to work hard and X. That's not it. It was the lies and the deceit were about actually believing in those things, not knowing, being naive about it. This is about being naive about these belief systems that you grew up with. So it wasn't a matter of lying as it is your parents and their parents, you know, the whole ancestral thing was about, that was like the old school. The old school was about making money, how hard you work. You have to work hard. You have to bust your ass. And that was the old school thought process, right? So this is what you grew up with. And this is what I'm looking at. So these are belief systems. And what has happened today? Well, it's not working. It's not working. Now, what does that mean? Well, you could easily be not doing a job that you really love to do. So therefore you're not, you know, you're still in this mindset of You have to make money. Money makes you happy. You know, all of those belief systems that you grew up with aren't, we're changing. The new world is changing. The new earth is changing. It's becoming more real, more authentic. And it's not that money doesn't make us comfortable. Yes, it is important to have money. But how do you perceive money in your life matters right now for all of you. It's not about how hard you work. It's not about you have to have X amount of dollars in the bank. You have to have, everything set this way and this way. Because that thought process about money is not making you happy. So what does that mean? Let's pull some cards, but I'm thinking that you need to change your perspective about your belief systems and how you grew up thinking. Okay? It's that simple. Okay, and some of you are not making the money you used to, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be able to again, because the most important thing out of these 3 cards right here, earth signs, is do what you love and the money will follow. That's what I see here. All right, let's pick 3 more cards for the earth signs. And you come out right in your reading. Yes. You're coming out in your reading. Why? Because you're agreeing with me. Look, you're not happy. Okay? That's your present self. You actually came out in this reading telling me that you're not happy. Okay, and why? Excuse me. Well, here you go. The 9 of Wands. You are so depleted. You are worn out. You don't know which way to go. Because you've worked so hard. You've worked really hard in believing what you grew up with, thinking that that was going to make you happy, right? The belief systems. Hard work pays off. I'm not saying it doesn't, and those who work hard, God bless you. But there's a huge difference about working hard for your money and working smart for your money. If you work smart and you do something that you love, I would think this would come out like this. You'd be liking what you're doing. Some of you may not be, you may be in transition right now with a job situation that it's making you unhappy because it's very uncomfortable when an earth sign does not have their finances in order. And what does this say? Your higher self is saying, this is exactly what's happening. You're not victorious. You're worried about your money, where it's going to come, how it's going to be. But understand the worry and the amount of exhaustion that you have put out energetically is from your thoughts. You're exhausted physically because mentally you've been brought up to make sure you have your finances in order and that money is indeed going to make you happy. Well, some of you are having a change of heart, and the reason why is because it's not making you happy. We grow up with these belief systems only because we were raised to believe these things, okay? Because anyone, and I'm telling you, anyone, earth signs that you come into contact with that loves what they're doing is not going to be saying, oh, I'm worried about where my next dollar is going to come from. I'm worried about my next job. Because when you do something that is passionately, you're devoted to it, you're so passionately involved in it, number 1, time flies. And number 2, the money just comes. It just happens. Because why? Because people see the passion that you put forth, and then that money just happens. But earth signs always worry about their money because that's what they feel. A lot of earth signs, I'm going to say, feel that that's what, they feel, that's when they feel really good and settled within. And when your money is right, your mood is right. But it's not right now, it's not so, because what you grew up thinking is not actually happening right now in your world this week. So there's a belief system. Again, let's look. This belief system needs to come to a completion, right? Once you start thinking differently and acting on those thoughts, focus on what really brings you passionate joy and service to the community, what do you do? I mean, that makes you really feel like you're making a difference in the world. And then, once you change your thought process, your perspective, once you change those deceitful patterns and lies that you could have even made this up when you were a kid because your parents thought that. I'm not saying this was something that your parents said to you, they lied to you about, but it's kind of like society tells you that, oh my God, if you're not working your butt off and making X amount of dollars, you're not going to be happy. But you're not happy and some of you, earth signs have tons of money and you're not happy. Some of you are in transition. And those with these belief systems, that's who I'm talking to, okay? Understand that. Those who are comfortable in their finances, their jobs are secure, etc., this reading is not this week for you. But those who grew up thinking money is going to buy you happiness, it's not. It's not making you happy. All right, so usually I don't do this, but I do want your higher self to come to me, and I'm going to ask the angels, let's ask, right? How can my earth signs become victorious? What can they do? One card. Just give me one card. What can the earth signs do? What is they can't, so you're being blocked by your thoughts. That's what it is. Your thoughts are blocking you. You can't start anything new because it's all about, if my money's not in place, then life's not happening. It's not good. And you know what? I keep hearing money does not buy happiness. Happiness is found within. Happiness is not within the monetary aspects of one's life. Happiness comes from within, and then it happens. Happiness, you become content with yourself. You don't need to worry, so to speak. And you're all worried. You're worried. You've worked really hard. Some of you, look, you've worked really hard, and you're saying, why hasn't something happened for me? Why am I not reaping the rewards from all the work? Or maybe you have reaped the rewards and something is depleting your finances right now that's not making you happy. For some of you, this could be, a situation where you're paying alimony and child support. And you're up in your head about, oh my God, I'm, taking, this money's just coming out of my account. And I'm like, I'm paying for all these things. People are taking money from me here and left and right. And I grew up thinking, if my money's not right, I'm not right. And I noticed, which I'm going to say at the bottom of the deck, you have to, the world. So what's going to happen here is that you need to really sit down and reflect about what makes you happy. Earth signs. This week, what makes you happy? Your belief system of needing to have money, to acquire money that's going to make you happy is obviously not something that is happening right now in your world. Okay, let me pick a card from the Ascended Masters. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It's just, you have 2 9s here, by the way. 9 of Wands and the 9 of Cups reversed. So, you're beaten down, and emotionally, it's your worries, your energy is depleted, and it affects your emotions. It affects every aspect, right? Mind, body, soul. We're connected. Okay? So, and you came out in your own reading. Okay. And you can't start new because you're worried. I don't think I can start new because why? My money's not right. Okay, so Ganesh loves to come out and tell me that this is for a very large percentage of the earth signs. This is true. This is what's happening. So what do we need? We need to, as Avalokitesvara says, we need to see the other person's point of view. All right, so what does that mean? It means that what your thoughts are doing right now are not helping you. They're hindering you. Your thoughts, earth signs, are coming down hard on you because you really do believe that if your money's not right, you're going to just crumble. So change your perspective. Change the way you think. Start doing something for your life, for yourself, that brings about something new and passionate into your life so that you can raise your vibration and grow into something that what? That represents you. What do you represent in a job? What do you represent to the world? And whatever that is, whatever that answer is, do that with passion, persistence, a knowing that this is what you are meant to do. There's much abundance in this card. All these, fruits are here for the picking. You have abundant opportunities. Yet you still stay staggered in your thought process. You stay in a job that is not giving you what you deserve, what you are owed, what you are worth. It comes back to worth, right? Money comes back to your self-worth, earth signs. What do you value? Is it all about money? What do you value in your life? Don't put a price tag on what you value because the world is unlimited, is infinite. There is unlimited resources and everything right under our noses. So whatever gives you this deep inner happiness and passionate, whatever that is for you, do that. Okay? And stop being in a job that you don't like, with people that you don't like, with people that are clearly not giving you what you're worth. Okay? It's time to go. It's time to do what you love, and then you'll see how the money will grow. All right, so, wow, this just ripped on me. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so now we have to, like, kind of, all right, that's cool. All right, let's put this baby back, and let's go with the water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the week beginning June 17, 18, Sunday, Monday, and that week, and for the week, okay? It all comes down to how you value yourself and what you're going to put up with in every aspect of life. Okay, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for the week of June 17th and 18th. Okay. Childhood self, present, and higher self. Okay. So this looks really good, except for these two cards. The good news is you have a new beginning that you're going to start. Okay, so for this week, interesting. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at this, guys. You have 5 of Cups reversed, 5 of Coins reversed, and the Ace of Wands upright. Okay? So it looks like your childhood self has had suffered from some, right, sadness. Something didn't work out, emotionally drained. Not only emotionally drained, but feeling left out. No longer. We have 2 5s, which come into play as an ace. So you are no longer going to be feeling down and out. You're no longer going to be feeling this woe is me victim role. You're not going to play that role anymore. You're going to turn yourself around per your higher self and dream a new dream. Find the calm. You've been through the storm already. The storm is over. It's time now to see things differently. Start something new. Start something passionate is what your higher self is saying. What will that be? I don't know, but you have new beginnings on every level. Every level, and why do I see that? How do I see that? Cups, emotionally. Pentacles, financially. Passion, new start, energetic, physical. So from an emotional, mental, and physical standpoint, you have new beginnings all across the board. We are no longer going to look at ourselves and say, woe is me, look at what they did to me. I'm so upset because, you know, things didn't work out. This volcanic eruption already happened. Right there. That already happened. It's in the distant past. Okay. And we're starting to look at things differently now, dreaming of a new beginning, something very passionate, something with purpose, passion and purpose. Water signs. Let's see what this is. Okay. Right. Okay. So, it did not work out in the love situation, in a situation where you were involved in a love that you thought was the one. It didn't work out. because, like I said before, the planetary aspects make these things happen because the person that this Ace of Cups represents isn't on the same vibration as you. Therefore, that person needs to go. Now, that's not per se that they're bad peeps. That's not it. It's just saying you and that other person are just not on the same page. You're not vibrating on the same level of thought process, everything, belief systems, everything, cultural differences, whatever it be. It's just not working. So we've moved into a place of, okay, I accept, I understand, I've been enlightened, I've seen the truth of the situation. I'm in now, instead of feeling woe is me, now I'm saying, okay, it's just not what that other person wants. It's not what the universe wants. It's not benefiting me for my highest good. I'm not on the same vibration as that other person. Maybe you're vibrating higher, maybe not. The bottom line is you've accepted. You've accepted this, and now you're enlightened to the understanding that no longer are you playing the victim role this week. Things came out into the open that were once hidden. Subconsciously, you knew you wanted this new beginning. You are now flowing into this. Your higher self is saying, emotionally now, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Be passionate about whatever you do. This doesn't mean, it could be obviously first and foremost love. But love, like I said, has many colors. Love, passionate new beginnings for a new job, a new person, for yourself, more importantly. All right? So now you've accepted whatever has happened, and now you are feeling right like this and saying, okay, I'm ready to start a new beginning this week, a new start, a new passionate start. And I'm going to go with the flow. I'm just going to go with the flow. And I'm going to do what makes me happy. You have 3 wands. The Emperor's holding 2, and there's 1 over here. You have 3 options. 1 for sure that gives you great passion. Go with this one. Okay? Something was clouding your judgment. You may have 2 really good friends that are helping you out during, or were helping you out and still could be feasibly helping you out during this transition. And telling you, hey, come on, accept what no longer is for you. Don't, stop feeling like this, the victim. I don't have enough money. I don't know what to do with my life. I have no vision. Now you have a vision. All right? You're turning it around this week. Water signs. You're turning it around now. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going for what makes me happy. I'm going with the flow. I'm going where the light is. I'm going where someone's going to appreciate who I am and what I've become and what I believe in and what I have passion for. I'm going to go with someone who's on the same page as I am in every aspect. There could have been a love triangle. I'm seeing the triangle. The triangle is now complete because one person obviously is gone. And now, like I said, the 3 wands become 2. Only one can remain. Only one choice can be made. And you have 2 here also. Okay? The yin and the yang. The yin and the yang could also be a very different type of partner that you've never had before, is what the universe is trying to say. Maybe that's what you're missing. You're missing the look at someone from different eyes, from different perspectives, from different viewpoints. Don't be so enclosed in your thought process. Open your mind to new landscapes, to new places that make you really happy and passionate. Open your mind. You may see, again, there's a huge iguana here, which means your dreams. So in your dreams is, right, in your dreams. So maybe you've been in your dreams about this perfect yin and yang, right? This could also be the merging of your feminine and masculine, I'm seeing also. This is the coming together of your divine masculine and divine feminine. And letting it flow now. Not being so stuck in your, box where you can't see someone else's viewpoint or, whatever it is. Whatever brought you to this point, whether it be of your own volition, this all has to go. Okay? Now we need to accept and move forward with new vision, new eyes. Someone that not only brings you passionate new beginning, but is very different from you. They say opposites attract, right? And I am also definitely seeing a merging of one together, meaning your divine masculine and feminine. I'm really getting that feeling of you're merging together as one and understanding that go with your emotions, going with your flow, being emotionally passionate is where your happiness lies, is what is being told in the universe for you. The sword has been laid to rest. I hear that. You don't have any swords here, no, but I've heard the sword has been laid to rest. And the fighting's over. Whatever fighting, whatever inner conflict that you had, you're now coming to peaceful resolution over it. Okay, water signs? Okay. Let me mix these up a little. Let's see what we have from the Ascended Masters for our water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. One card. There it is. And there you are. You're just coming out of the storm. Moses says, take charge of the situation. See, this is still where you're at right here. You're kind of coming out of it right here. Okay? That's why you have kind of a difference going on here. Okay, so this, you're right now at the end of the storm. Because once you take charge, so you're in between here. This is in between. This is how it really reads. Okay? You're coming out right now out of the woe is me and the eye of the storm, and you're becoming enlightened. taking your power back and saying, okay, I got it. I'm now going to take charge of my life. I'm no longer going to let anything or anyone get in my way. I'm taking charge full on. And that will bring me, ultimately, a passionate new beginning. And it will meld the masculine and feminine together. You will mold and meld together, where you're now seeing things differently. You're not confused anymore. You've been enlightened. You're now coming out of that storm. And the sword has been put down. There's no more fighting. But we're just finishing up. Okay? And yes, I am going to pick one more card from the Ascended Masters. There you are. Once you come out of that storm, this new passionate beginning is going to start. And there it is. The yin and the yang is the twin flame. The yin and the yang of yourself merging with yourself. Does that mean another person? Absolutely. Does that mean yourself? Absolutely. On both counts. That's really, really awesome. Really nice. You will find peace after the eye of the storm. The swan. Divine peace, divine love. Contentment. Right? You have to go through this in order to get here. That's really beautiful. Okay. All right, water signs. Awesome reading. All right, what did we have in here? We're going with fire signs. Next, fire signs for the week of June 17th, 18th for the week. 17th next Sunday, 18th on Monday for the week. And we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What do we see for them for our fire signs? That was really a beautiful reading, water signs. Good, good. Best of luck to all of you. And earth signs. Just stop worrying about your money so much, which is not easy for, not easy as it is for me to say than to do. Okay. Because when you do something you love, it doesn't matter how much money, it just happens. All right. Especially when you're serving, your community, humankind, helping others. All right, let's focus. Let me focus here. I have Aries right here, so yeah, we got fire signs coming through loud and clear. Okay? Aries, Leo, Sag. Give us childhood self. Oh, there it is, all of these right here. Childhood self. I'm taking 2, as you can see. Present self, higher self. All right, so we have here. Okay, so similar reading to the water signs. So some of you may be dealing with water and some of you may be dealing with earth. Okay, but let's look at you, because this again is not external to you. This is you. Your childhood self is saying, emotionally, I know I need to start a new beginning. Your childhood self says it's time. You've been through an upset. It could be an upset of many things. Your childhood self is saying, gosh, this wound just came out again. It just remember when I said the dust just from the new moon in Gemini, the dust just, came right up and then is now coming back down to settle in, back into the earth. But this is what happened. The dust came up for you, and now in your childhood self, yourself knows that you need to start something new. And in order for that to happen, we need to want to do that. And right now, you're not wanting to do anything because you're not motivated to start anything new. So emotionally and physically, you've been, and actually financially, you have been completely drained of your balance is off. You're not emotionally, physically right now stable because of this upset. And you know you have to start new. You know that's the ticket. That's the way your childhood self is saying, you got to start new. But for some reason, something is blocking you and holding you back. And it's emotional, it's mental, emotional, and physical. It's everything is holding you back from this new beginning that you know is what you need to do. You know that many blessings will be you're going through a transformation as well. You're going to transform your world and heal this wound. That's what it's saying. You need to heal this wound from your childhood in order for these to right themselves up like that. For you to get motivated again to just whatever it is, just balancing your life in general. For you to do that, you're going to have to transform on every level. Body, mind, and soul. Find out what really moves you now, fire signs. You're being given the clean slate of this, whatever has happened. Fire signs was a blessing, but it stems from your childhood. A new beginning of balance. Something in your childhood self was imbalanced, and so the only way that you can bring this back into your world now and in the future is the only way you can balance yourself out is by starting new and fresh. Okay? What's gone is gone. What's healed has healed. Now you need to balance yourself out. All the masks are off. All the masks are off. This is the Jack of all traits. You can do whatever you want right now. You just are not sure where to go from here because you're just not balanced. And you're not motivated to find that balance right now. Because you're still in transition. You're transforming. Right now. Right now. And yes, I am going to take a card. I'm going to take another card for each one. Okay. And what do we have here? I'll tell you what we have here. We have now a new perspective is being called upon you in your childhood self, your transformation. So let's just, not to confuse you. Right now, the only way to balance out everything that is you're going through is going to require you looking at life with a different set of glasses, a different set of lenses, a different pair of eyes, looking at your opportunities instead of your wounds. Licking your wounds now is what you're doing, and changing your perspective. And a new beginning can begin then. But that's what it's going to require, okay? It's going to require a new perspective, a new set of lenses, a new perspective. No more waiting for anything to happen. You have to make it happen. You have to make it happen. Emotionally, you're drained and not motivated to do anything. Because what you want is balance within your thoughts, your clarity. You don't have that clarity as of yet. Your self is still not balanced. See what this is? Look, this is the balancing card. Okay? All right. And it's upside down. This is both in reverse because you're not clear on how to get your balance back. And this is saying, this is balance. You're balancing. This is saying, not there yet. Not there yet because you don't have the clarity to start what you need, right? This is the clarity. This is your clarity. This is your clear intentions. This is your balance. So you don't know what you have to have clear intentions and balance before you can move forward. So on that note, this is where you're at. In order to start this, I'm sorry, it's my dog. In order to start this new beginning, you need to just you need to have a fresh new perspective and go and let it roll and let it go and let this transition happen for you, and then you will gain your balance and clarity in a situation, and then you'll get motivated, right, to do something very passionate will motivate you to do something. But until you can find that balance and clarity, you're going to be off kilter for this week. And yeah, it's lovely when you do the weeklies because this can be this is giving you forewarning to help yourself get through the week, okay? Just have to get a new perspective. Okay? So how are we going to do this? Well, I took 2 cards because I felt like I needed to. So maybe you need to speak with a mentor that can give you a fresh new perspective. Friends, family members, whoever you look up to. Okay? And going into Mother Nature is healing. So you need to allow yourself to heal and to get some maybe really good advice from a friend or from a mentor. Be it your parents, be it your best friend, be it whoever. Okay? Someone can enlighten you and give you some grounding and healing at the same time. Someone, a spiritual advisor clearly can help as well. Okay, fire signs. But you're not balanced. Go into Mother Nature and put your feet into into the grass. Walk half hour, 45 minutes in the grass. That will heal you. That will ground you. That will bring things into perspective. And that's what you're being asked to gain a different perspective. Look up at the clouds, find every blessing in your situation so that it can balance itself out, and you can become clear again about what's going on. This is about you. This imbalance is about a situation in your life that needs balance right now, and you need to get motivated, right? So you need advice. Go out into nature. You need some healing, and then everything will balance itself out. Okay, that's the fire signs. And now we'll do air, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Okay? For the week of June 17th, 18th, for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's not a bad reading, fire signs. It's really not. You just need to get grounded and find some balance this week. And that will immediately, when you go out into Mother Nature, that will change your perspective about everything. You'll see. You just need to do it for yourself so you can heal certain parts of, what you're going through. Or maybe it's just a part of what you're going through. All right. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, week of June 17th, 18th. And that's why I do like the weeklies, because, you know, it gives us like a fresh new perspective from, you know, Sunday to Sunday, right? Okay, that feels good. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do we got? Okay. Childhood self. Oh, that turned right around. Childhood self. Present, future. All right. So what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at Page of Swords, childhood self. Faith, right in the middle, smack dab. So you're being asked from the universe to have some major faith in your life right now. Air signs. And future, higher self, your Page of Cups. Okay, so we have our childhood self is looking at some major clarity and message. A clear message has come to us. A clear realization has come to us that is emotionally bringing us and needs to bring some stability into our lives. So our thoughts and our emotions are being right now asked to lead the way, which is faith, mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. Okay? So what we are being asked is to have faith, mind, body, and soul. Trust is the overall word. Faith is the overall word. Mind, body, and soul. That's really beautiful. So you're being asked to trust the universe for the next chapter of your life to begin. Okay? Okay. So let's get a couple extra cards on it. And let's find out, I'm going to take that one too, what this means. All right, so we've come to the realization whereby we have now realized that going forward, we need to be the king of our own domain. Going forward, we need to have our thoughts clear and deep passion for a new beginning on every level. Okay? Doing what you really love. Being and representing getting your thoughts so clear that you go from a page to a king. The wisdom that you've achieved here. The wisdom that you've achieved in childhood is about the great wisdom. You went from a page to a king. And you also went from just immature thinking to passionate drive and clarity and persistent knowledge and gaining knowledge. And by doing that, you are now sitting very comfortable in your own empowered way. This is the king. Okay. Currently, we're being asked to have faith and look at life from a new perspective, from a new vision, a new version of lenses. I said this for the right just now for your fire signs. Look at things from a new perspective. the wisdom that you have and clarity that you have gained in childhood has allowed you to change your perspective now to the point where, okay, so before, let's just say, growing up as a kid, you were like, yeah, I learned a lot from all the hard knocks. I've completely learned from all the hard knocks. And I've had plenty. And how do you know you've had plenty? Well, first and foremost, I can attest to that, being an air sign, but I can tell you right now that you don't go from a page to a king in a matter of anything but experience. Hard knocks, right? Graduating from the school of hard knocks is right here. And now you have gotten to this point where you're very comfortable in your own skin. And now you don't know which way to go. And the universe is saying, well, listen, have faith. Have faith. You know, you don't need to control now the domain because you're here. You are the wise one. You are the one that has grown and matured. Your thoughts now lead the way through wisdom, through all of the wounds that have healed. You are now moving forward, but you're being asked to move forward in faith. No more tippy-toeing around, letting others be the determining factor for our happiness. No more. That's done. We're out. The only one that can make us happy is ourselves. And taking everything that we have and putting everything that you have into your belief system, into your faith. Everything that you have goes into faith, into the divine. That's what the time is for now. Emotionally, excuse me, once you do that, you will balance out your life very nicely. Emotionally, you'll start working to get something going. And it's going to happen quick. So, with the new faith, I'm not saying new, I'm going to take that back. With the abundant faith that you hold near and dear to you, something very quickly is going to come to you. And it's going to be something you're very passionate about. And that's going to ultimately, you're going to have to work for it. That's what I heard. You are going to have to work for it. But it's going to come quick. And you're going to be really happy and very pleased. And maybe you don't have to work at it so much. Let me just take that also another step further. Because you have this faith of moving forward with this faith innately in you and mustering up all the trust in the universe that you can, that emotionally then everything won't be as hard as it used to any longer. Yes, that's what it is. It's going to come quickly. Your peace of mind will come quickly. Now that things have ironed themselves out and you have matured in your faith, you will now see the light of a new day. It's going to come quickly. Yes. Okay. And you may not have, no more working so hard for everything. I'm not saying you don't have to work hard. I'm just saying you're going to put more passion into what you do and not worry so much as just getting something for a paycheck. Yes, that's what you've learned. This is what you've learned. You've learned that through this wisdom, through your childhood self, through the hard knocks, you've learned that you don't necessarily have to work harder for your money. You have to have faith that if you do what you love, the earth signs kind of got this. I'm just saying. If you do what you love and have faith that this is what you're being guided to do, clearly you are, then it doesn't require a lot of hard work. It just requires your heart center. It requires you to say, okay, I didn't get here for nothing. I didn't have these hard knocks for nothing. I've learned, I've achieved, I've progressed. And now I stand strong in my belief system. I believe that God is going to guide me and show me the way. I take my hands off the wheel and say, show me the way. What's next? Where do I go from here? Whatever I do in my work, in my belief systems, in my life, are now no longer going to be difficult like they used to be, as I serve with love and compassion. And it could be a new job coming in quick. Something's going to come. An opportunity is coming in very quickly. And it's going to be an opportunity that you may not be very... This may be a whole new brand spanking new job that you've never done before. This could be something you've just... It's not... I'm taking back the job. It's not the job. It's a whole new lifestyle, a whole new career that's going to be something new to you completely. But all it's asking of you is that you put your heart and soul into it. And you will ultimately grow into this. And this is what you're supposed to be doing. If some of you are not doing that. Okay? All right, so that's beautiful, air signs. Beautiful. Stay in your faith. Stand strong in your faith. Buddha's asking you to meditate. All right? And Saint Germain comes in and says, work your magic. So take some time. This is what the faith card says as well. When we pray to God, I'm going to put this down, okay? When we pray to the divine, to God, whatever you want to call the universal force, source, what happens? When you meditate, you get answers. Praying is asking. Meditating is receiving the answers from the universe. Okay? So in order to have this deep faith, you need to pray and meditate. Ask for the signs. Ask the angels and God for signs from the universe to show you, and then wait and listen to what the universe has to answer you. You will be getting signs from the universe. It could be through song, it could be through numbers, it could be from movie, it could be from a conversation. You're having lunch with a girlfriend and you overhear a conversation, and suddenly that's your answer. Suddenly maybe a friend says to you, oh my God, you are so good at this is what you should be doing. And then suddenly the light goes on and you say, oh, that's kind of magical. I've never thought of it like that. These three cards work hand in hand. Believe, pray, listen, go into Mother Nature, Gaia. This is Gaia saying, come on out. I've got some really, really good downloads for you, air signs. Meditate. I'm going to show you how to work your magic. I'm going to show you how you can proceed in your life, serving in whatever way, passionately. that you are going to be given signs. And it may be something, like I said, air signs. It may be something totally out of left field. It's going to be like, oh my God, I've never done that before. I don't know if I can do that. Public speaking, are you kidding me? That's going to come quick to you. And you're going to say, well, if I'm supposed to do something like that, I'm out of my comfort zone for sure, out of my little box. You can be enlightened by an idea. Comes to you, an idea, quickly. Something comes to you. A thought comes to your head in meditation, and says to you, your heart says, yeah, oh yeah, I could do that. I could see me doing that actually. And then lo and behold, you're working on it. You're doing it. It's happening. Your future self says you can do it. And guess what? You just need to do some work right now. So do it. It's not hard. Take 15 minutes a day and go outside into Mother Nature. And if you can't go into Mother Nature, grab some soil, put your feet into some soil in your home if the weather does not permit you to be outside. Okay? Sit and listen. Listen. And then you're going to be working some major magical things are going to happen to you, for you, to you. It's going to come quick. Great reading. Okay. I wish you all love and blessings for the week. I know, that was deep for the week. That was a deep reading for you guys for the week. I love it. All right, work your magic, and we'll talk next week. Be blessed. Bye.